Ladies and gentlemen, the Creative Collab is live. You know me, James Hicks. I'm here to chop it up with winners in industry, folks that are helping content creators do the thing, helping entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, folks in this digital space be more efficient and more effective. And I could not be more excited to have had this guy come on. I've I'm an OG. So all transparency, y'all know me. I'm an old school Opus Clip dude. I've had every one of the founding members of that company in this studio at one time or another, and I tell them when their baby is ugly if necessary. So but I'm still unbiased, and I still look at them as they continue to evolve and continue to iterate, and they continue to do good things. That's why I wanted Conor Eliot to come on today. Conor is the head of creative partnerships at Opus Clip, and I am one of the brand partners with them. But we're not going to just talk about cutting up long form and short form. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about that, the evolution of the creator economy. Ladies and gentlemen, Conor Eliot, good Lord. What you doing, man?
I am spinning my wheels over here in Chicago, just trying to stay above water. I had you know, interesting morning already.
Well, don't talk about anybody. No, again, we can talk about that behind the scenes, but don't talk about those other folks. But you're okay. So you're in Chicago because you jet set as well too. Who knows where
Yeah,
you are every now and
I
then.
am. I've been in Chicago for almost a month now, and I no, for 2 weeks now, and I'm going to be here for another 2 weeks. It's 4 weeks straight in one location, which is a big win for me.
That is different. That is different. I mean, you're a global. You're a man with a lot of stamps in the passport. You live in WhatsApp, not like folks based in the U.S. Folks, if you need to get in touch with Conor Elliott, hit him up on WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp's
Email or
probably
anything else. None of that stuff. Um, Listen, man.
unless you're.
Let's get locked in. Let's get focused. We streaming all over the place today because everyone wants to hear this conversation. Everyone wants to see your face. No one cares about me. Um,
All
what
right.
is Opus Clip at the 35,000 foot level? What is it that you do at the organization, and why Opus Clip? Do you think why is Opus Clip relevant? Those three questions. What is the company? What is it you do? And why Opus Clip is relevant to the creator economy? Because that's the majority of the folks that are going to be watching this stream today, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, OpusClip, we are the leader in AI video clipping. And what that basically means is we take your content, we take any footage that you got, and we clip it up into shorts, right? So we can make anything from a 15-minute, 16 by 9 clip, right, of your podcast, down to a 5-second short form clip. We add captions, we reformat it. You can add, you can add in B-roll, you can enhance your audio, and as of this week, you can now also upload your own music or grab something from our music or our sound effects library and spice up your content that way. So the idea is basically, in sort of the vision of Opus Clip from the highest level, it is basically we're trying to democratize content creation in a way that makes the stressful part of making content, which is what do you do with it with your footage after you get it, and really simplify that process for people so that they can put out content, redistribute their content across every platform. Because as you guys know, we live in an age where increasingly where people spend their time is changing, and everybody's on some kind of a social media platform, but they're not necessarily on all of them, right? And so because of that, you need to put your content out there where the eyeballs are, and not just expect people to come to you. So our vision is basically get help spread the word out there about you, help you distribute your content to everybody, and help you make content much more easily than you could have otherwise by leveraging all the advancements that we're seeing in the AI space.
Man,
And what I do specifically for Opus Clip
yeah. What do
is
you do? What is it that you do?
I run the creator partnerships side of the organization, which actually is kind of broad in terms of like what I actually do day to day. It's everything from working hand in hand with product and sort of being a liaison between the product team and the creators to make sure that the product is actually developing in a way that's helpful for creators, making sure that creators are getting input is getting delivered to the product team, and making sure that everything is up to standard in terms of what creators are looking for. But beyond that, I'm out there sort of being the very top of the funnel for our marketing efforts, right? So I do all of our event marketing, I do all of our partnerships with people like you, all the way up to huge creators, all the way down to tiny creators with the one follower that are just getting started, but we can find a way to build something, do something cool together. We are working with people of, basically just trying to spread the word and build brand trust, brand loyalty, show people that, we are in this business, obviously to make money, but beyond that, we're really trying to change the way that people are approaching content, right? And I think the best way to
Mm.
look at that and think about that and the way that we view ourselves is, we kind of seen, we idolize Canva actually. That I would say that's the business that we respect the most in terms of what we're trying to do. If you think back to 10 years ago, before Canva really was on the scene, if you were working for a company and you were trying to just get some graphics done for your business, for your marketing efforts, or even for internal purposes or what have you, you'd have to go to a designer, beg and plead them to make something fancy for you in Photoshop, put together the assets for you, and then you have to go through a review. There's multiple steps. Then Canva changed all that, right? It made it collaboration really easy. It made it so that an average person without that much skill could use templates to put together something that looks really pretty still. And that's what we're trying to do with video, right? Is we want to be able to take your video. It doesn't matter if it's an ugly duckling or if it's something that you shot in $1 million studio. We want to be able to take that footage and turn it into something that people want to watch and that's entertaining and engaging. So that's sort of our vision and our goal. So far I think we're on the right track. We still have a long way to go to get there, but I think people out there in the creator economy have definitely resonated with what we're building. We've passed the 8 million creator mark. We have over 1 million paid customers, and we're chugging along here. So
Listen, there will be notes to everything he said. I'll make sure to transcribe everything because Connor just dropped all kind of knowledge bombs on you guys. And I appreciate that because I want to go in kind of some directions on that. And you talked about why Opus is doing what it is that they do, and again, you're really setting yourself apart from all of the other people, all the other platforms that are out there. Let's be transparent. Let's be honest. When you started, there were a couple of other platforms that were kind of the names to go to, and I won't necessarily mention a whole bunch of names, but what happened? Was it the business model? Was it something that the Grace and the Libbies and the Youngs? I'm dropping names, y'all. I'm dropping names. Uh, was it something that the core leadership of the team said, we're going to go about doing this thing differently to where it resonates with a majority instead of a minority? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what is it that at the core foundation of the team that made Opus Clip turn into what it is today?
Yeah, I would say the in my from my perspective, the biggest thing, and this is the craziest part about this, is that we are multi-continental, sort of very spread out work a company. We have people, our marketing team alone, we're all based in the United States, but I think of the 11 people on our marketing team, we are represented in like 9 different cities. So we're all spread out. We've got people back in Asia, we got people in Canada, we got people in the States. But despite that, we found really effective ways to work together, and we've really done a good job marrying product and our engineering and our marketing efforts. But at the end of the day, it's product first, right? So everything that we do at the company is very deliberate from a product perspective, where we're constantly iterating, we're constantly building new things. Our engineering team is amazing at just driving forward, trying to push things out, trying to make improvements all the time. It's by no means perfect, right? We definitely have made some mistakes along the way, and have definitely, under delivered in certain areas where we would like to be better. But overall, I would say the number one thing that has been a game changer is that we focused on making a product that's simple to use, simple to understand how it works, and that it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're necessarily trying to reinvent the wheel in terms of what a short looks like or what a good piece of clipped content looks like. We're just trying to simplify the workflow so that whatever it is you are looking for, right, we can get it in your hands much faster than other tools out there, right? So I think that's sort of the core of what's sort of driven this success, is that we've focused very heavily on product, and we've I think done a pretty decent job trying to bring everybody that we can into the fold, right? We
Yeah.
want to listen to everybody's opinions. We don't want to kick anybody out or ostracize them just for saying like, oh, I don't like the product, right? You're still around even though you're always complaining about everything,
And
which
I am the one that tells you that your baby's ugly sometimes. Yeah, that's true.
exactly, exactly. And we love that, right? And I think that's what we're looking for, is people who are willing to come out and say, hey, there are problems with this. Oh, I would love to see this. Oh, I need this. And we want to hear those opinions, and I think we've done a pretty good job going out and making sure that we have people, both in the building and near to us, that we can communicate with regularly, that are willing to tell us, hey, I don't like this, or I think your editing tool is a complete mess and you need to fix X, Y, and Z. It's like, okay, well, now we know we need to fix, right? Sort of keeping things real on that level has been key. But honestly, marketing this product has been a lot easier than a lot of other things that I've marketed in my life over my career, because at the end of the day, it works, right? And that's
Good
really all
point.
we can have for.
Good point. Good point. And I will say, for Freedom Patriot Network, at the end of this stream, I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with this guy. Again, I already hinted to it. I'm not going to give out his WhatsApp name or number or anything like that, but I'm gonna put you in touch with like the Discord server. So we're gonna make sure that you get in touch with Connor so you can get things done. Um, let me ask about where you see kind of next steps just for the creator economy and how you're going to start baking some of that into the platform. You've already started rolling out some of that, and we talked the other day on the brand partner call about. Um, I'm gonna say it. I don't know if it's NDA yet or not, but the LinkedIn stuff. Can I talk about that?
Yeah, yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
I'm gonna talk about it anyway. I wish I would get in trouble. No. So what you're doing with LinkedIn, what we see happening at Spotify, those types of things. So um, the new templates and layouts within Opus allowing you to have the gameplay view, right? I mean, that's hot, right? So what do you see in the short and midterm, just in kind of that evolution of what creators are looking for and what you're introducing into the platform?
Yeah, for sure. I would say, just from just looking at it from what is Opus Clip working towards, and where are we seeing the industry transform. It's the focus definitely right now is on monetization. I would say on a macro level, right, we're kind of going through this pretty big moment for the podcasting industry and for the creator economy in general, right? I think we've I know, not to turn this into a political podcast, but I think the election definitely has had a big impact on that, even just in the last couple of weeks, where you're seeing that I think everybody now, whether they want to admit it or not, now recognizes that new media, right, whether it's podcasts or YouTubers or even people just posting random stuff on X, those people are kind of have become much larger in terms of the
Mm,
media landscape and the amount of impressions they're getting, in the number of people that are paying attention to it holistically, than traditional media now, right?
that's true.
So because of that, we're seeing tons of new investment. We're seeing advertisers shift their budgets towards these mediums, and obviously, it's a great thing for the industry. It's going to help it continue to scale and grow. But the other element of it is monetization, right? And one area where we feel at Opus Clip specifically, where we are kind of weak right now, is on the monetization front, right? How do you take those clips and get as much, turn them into something that you can actually monetize and get value out of, right? Most platforms are not necessarily super generous when it comes to short form clips and how they pay those out to creators. So you got to find other ways to make sure that you can monetize that kind of content. And so that's what we're doing. What our real focus is, I would say, right now, is trying to figure out, okay, what are some tools and features and things that we can create that allow, especially, obviously, like big podcasters and people like that, make it really easy and streamlined for them to be able to create clips channels, put out extra clips, have extra ad inventory in those clips, where they can put extra sponsored placements in them, and be able to monetize that way. Because at that point, then it's a no-brainer for the creator. It's like, okay, wait, I pay $30 a month, or I pay $60 a month for Opus Clip, and I'm getting just by using it, 10 minutes a week, I'm getting an extra $300 in ad revenue a month, right? Or an extra $500 in ad revenue a month, or whatever it is, right? And then it's like, okay, well, this is a no-brainer for me to continue to use this and to scale it. And that's true on the higher, the biggest end of the creator economy as well, with some of these huge creators. So that's one of the areas that we're focusing on quite a bit. And then I would say on a more macro, just like looking at the creator economy as a whole, I think what we're seeing now, because all of this, because of this attention on new media, because of this attention on what's happening in the creator economy, we're seeing more people than ever shift to video, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest, most exciting news, right? Is like you said, Spotify putting in a bunch of new video stuff that's all really really exciting. You have LinkedIn that has made a very bold claim that they will become a video first platform
We'll
by the end
see.
of
We'll see.
2025.
Yeah.
We shall see exactly, but excited to see where that goes. Obviously, provides a lot of opportunity for us, and is exciting for sure. But I think beyond that, we're seeing this evolution where you have to go from, basically, if you are doing anything interesting, right? If you're doing anything
Mhm.
cool, if you're a specialist in anything, if you have a passion or a hobby that, maybe you don't think you're like, this is like the biggest niche in the world. This is something that you're really into, that you just nerd out on, but you are one of the best in your field at it, or you are one of the best, or you are doing something differently in that area. If you can get video content out there about that, it creates so many new opportunities for you. It helps you build community. It helps you build connection with other people, and helps you share that passion with the world. So where I see content creation going is, while there will always be those people that are just on YouTube or on these social platforms to try to gamify it and make a quick buck, we've seen this authenticity trend, and I think that will continue. And you're going to see people that are doing something cool and focusing on that cool thing, and spending less time on trying to game the YouTube or the TikTok or the
Oh,
Instagram
it's good.
system, are going to are really going to continue to thrive. And the people that are playing those games and don't come off authentically, I don't think will see as much success as they might have historically.
Man, it's comforting to hear someone in your position at your organization say something like that, because again, a lot of times within like my inner circle, even last night on the stream last night, we talked specifically about that. The fakers and the ones just out for the bag, the ones just out for the short term gain or whatever the case. Especially when you turn these lights on and you press record and you got these videos going. I can't fake it, right? I am me and I am who I am. You are you and you are, and people can read through that and see the authenticity, and that's where they're going to gravitate to, right? So that's really cool to hear. Again, you in your position at an organization like yours, having that front of mind and that conscious thought about that. But you mentioned some things that Opus may be doing, and I'm gonna ask about this too. Broadening that core of the company, of the platform. You talked about ad networks. You talked about monetization and things like that. Y'all buying somebody, or we can have some breaking news on the Creative Collab if you want to. Are we buying somebody, or what's going on with that? Because I mean, adding in those types of capabilities within the platform, right? You've already added like B-roll. You've already added voice enhancement. You've already added things like music and stuff like that. So you've added components that creators are looking for. But now if you start bringing in the ability to monetize directly within Opus, right, then we could probably eliminate one or two of those other subscription services that we have, and just have one, two, or however, a small finite list of those. Is that kind of a thought pattern? And you don't have to give. I mean, you're not going to give anything away anyway. Anyway, I know you're smarter than that, but is that kind of some of the thought pattern that happened?
Yeah, I think it's more just like, not acquiring anyone. I wish we had that kind of money, but maybe
Come
one
on,
day.
come on. Young got some money. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the main thing that we're trying to do with monetization is just make it really easy for any creator that either has brand partnerships or has the ability to promote affiliate links, or promote products, or promote their own brand, their own merch. Right, we're doing that with a handful of creators already right now, and basically just make it really easy for them to have. Look, I have all these assets that are promoting some X, Y, and Z, and I have all these clips. How do I put these together in ways that feel organic, that aren't too stiff, where I can just insert these ad reads. I can insert these sort of organic mentions of brands and things like that into the clips. So the idea
Mm.
is just being able to take footage from multiple different places. And this obviously will work beyond just ads. But the idea is basically, we can ingest multiple pieces of footage for you. We can make compilation videos for you. We can take a bunch of shorts that you made and turn it into a long form video. We can take a bunch of podcast clips that you've generated and insert different sponsor ad reads into each of those clips, into each of the mid form clips, and basically just make it really, really streamlined for you to be able to promote whatever you're trying to promote, right, through your content. And I think that's sort of one of the things where, if you have that authenticity, if you're doing a good job with your audience, I think the hardest part then becomes, okay, I'm putting so much time and energy and effort into this. How do I turn this into a living where I can do this full time, right? And I think creators of all sizes are trying to figure that out. And one of the things that we're trying to help them with is, hey, if you make it really easy for a brand who is now a lot more interested in doing more creator partnerships and sponsorships than ever before, and you make it really easy for them to say, hey, I can guarantee you, I'll just keep posting your stuff until I hit in my clips until I hit 500K impressions, and you can just pay me on a CPM basis for those impressions. It doesn't really matter what size you are. If you can get to those 500K
Hmm.
impressions, it doesn't, you can start to monetize through those kind of means. So we're trying to make it much easier for everybody from the little guy to, like I mentioned before, huge organizations that, are already, fully operationalized with their ads projects, right? Where we are working with a couple of the big ad guys in the podcasting space. So we are working on some partnerships there where we sort of operationalize it for the big guys and make it really streamlined and seamless for them. But we also want to deliver that technology to people of all sizes, and just there, even if you only have 1,000 subs and you're not even monetized on YouTube yet, there are still opportunities for you to earn a buck if you can find ways to make clips that do well on short form social and add brand integrations into that. I can tell you from the flip side, as somebody that buys a lot of ad integrations, that buys a lot of media on all these channels, that the CPM rates that a brand is willing to pay are pretty good these days, right? And obviously, especially high right now during the holidays, but in general, right? If you can say, hey, I can guarantee you 500K impressions, and you pay me a $20 or a $30 CPM, right? That's a nice chunk of change for you right there. And if you can replicate that on a month-over-month basis, that's already a decent side hustle. And if you can get that up to 1.5, 2 million impressions a month, then you got a full-time business right there. So that's the goal.
He's telling you, and I'm purposely quiet because again, that right there, hopefully, is taking some of the hesitation out of the way for folks, right? Especially newer creators, smaller creators who, man, it seems so hard. All we see are the big fellas out there, the big folks out there making the big movies and the big videos and the big things like that, and have the big followings. But if you get out of your own way, have a community, have content, have something interesting to say, just like you said, right? If you have something to talk about, there's somebody on this planet who knows someone who maybe want to hang out with you as well. And you can build that community and the efficiency of scale. I think that's I know that's one of the main components of the platform, right? Just being efficient with scale and distribution. That at the core, what I've seen since day one, since I've been part of the team, is what you've continued to iterate on. One thing being that, and I'm funny. I'm trying to actually ignore this comment right here. Hey man, I don't think they're gonna make it to AppSumo. Uh,
No, we
but I'm gonna
we
put it
talked
up there.
about
I'm gonna put it.
we talked about to a bunch. We wanted to do something with them.
It's
We
too late.
Yeah, we were very close to doing like a crazy thing with Noah Kagan at South by Southwest last year. Actually, give you a little inside scoop, but AppSumo was so strict with the
Yeah.
lifetime deal policy, and every time that we add new features into our app gets more expensive in terms of cost of goods rather than less. And we want to be able to provide all the different features and things to you. So we didn't feel like it was fair to offer some kind of lifetime deal and then be forced to find a way to build loopholes into the product to either feature gate everything new, so that those old AppSumo lifetime customers couldn't access the new features, or end up charging them more later. So we just couldn't find a way to make it work.
Yeah,
But
that
anyway,
makes sense. Appreciate the comment though, man. But again, it just again,
yeah,
third person looking in, it just seems it's too late, right, for Opus to be on an LTD lifetime deal kind of thing. But hang in there, Freedom Patriot Network, because I'm gonna talk about some Black Friday opportunities. Again, I'm not gonna give everything away. I'm not gonna get in trouble. I still want Connor to take me out to dinner when we're out, when we're at conferences. We got some things popping up, but let's talk about this feature right here that I got on the screen, Clip Anything. And when it was introduced to us inside the fold, we had a few raised eyebrows trying to figure, what does this mean? First ever multimodal AI clipping tool, right? Just drop it in a prompt. Explain it in layman's terms what Clip Anything means for every creator and how they can leverage that with their catalog of content.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, if you don't mind going to go back to the homepage really quick,
Yeah.
and then scroll up to go to solutions for me, and then hit the creators
Oh yeah.
button.
Listen, I already got that page open, brother.
Oh, you just
We
got it
we
open.
ready.
Okay.
Come on. I do
Oh,
this. I do
so
this.
we actually, yeah, we realized we kind of made a strategic error when we launched Clip Anything, because we got really hyped about the technology, and we were working so hard on the tech side that we're like, oh, this is exciting technology, and then we realized nobody knew what the hell we were talking about. So to provide context to what we are trying to do with Clip Anything and what sort of the vision for it is previously, and pretty much every other tool out there is still like this. What the baseline product of OpusClip was doing is it was taking a transcript. I was taking the video, it was making a transcript out of everything that was spoken in the video, and then it was trying to use best practices on short form social media to find key highlight moments, find good hooks, and then make sure that the rest of the clip after the hook makes sense in context, and then provide you those results, right? Now, obviously that creates a ton of limitations in terms of what creators can actually make using the tool. For instance, if you are a vlogger and you're running around, Rome doing some crazy travel video, it's going to be difficult for the AI will not identify anything that isn't spoken, right? So there will be huge chunks of your video that won't make it into the video, right? And that's true for the vast majority of creators, where they'll have some elements of their videos, or they'll have some elements of their content where they're running around doing stuff, they're taking actions, they're showing b-roll of things, and they're not necessarily just yammering on 100% of the video. So it makes it hard for the AI to actually find and identify moments that look cool and are cool. And so what we did is we basically rebuilt the product from the ground up. And we did it using some very fancy new technologies that have come out over the last year. What our AI can now do is it actually watches the entire video in context. It identifies themes. It tags all the people in it. It tags all the objects and actions and the things that you're wearing, and it basically makes it so that the clips that it's delivering now are able to incorporate a lot more of those visual elements, the audio elements, basically any of the elements that you would want, the emotional elements and thematic elements. It's able to identify all those now, and it makes it much easier for it, or just much better at clipping in general. And then taking those clips that it's able to generate, whether either before you clip or after you clip, you can then prompt, right? And prompting is obviously a little bit scary and it's a little bit intimidating. So we actually change things around where now after you get your clips, you can re-prompt as many times as you want, and we'll provide 3 to 5 additional clips per additional prompt that you add in there. So you can continue to play around with it after you get your clips as many times as you want, until you find the moments that you're looking for. But the way the prompting works is, don't go in there and be like, I want you to clean up the audio. You clean up the audio, you do all the sort of editing level stuff in our editor. What the prompts are specifically for are for identifying the specific moments that you're looking for, right? So, let's say you're a gamer and you want to identify the headshots. You say, find me all the headshots, and it'll put together compilations of you nailing some cool headshots from your 3-hour long gaming blog. a gaming VOD, right? Or if you're looking for that one specific moment in this interview where you talked about LinkedIn, right? It'll identify all the moments where you mentioned LinkedIn, and we'll deliver those specific moments to you, right? So it creates a lot more sort of flexibility in terms of how you use the tool. It makes sure we really wanted to, like, the whole intention of it was, we just wanted to put the power back into your hands to choose what clips you wanted to pull out, right? And that was sort of the biggest feedback that we were getting on our previous product, and sort of what the inspiration for this was one, a lot of creators just were like, oh, this doesn't work for me, this only works for talking head content. Okay, well, we want this to work for you too. And the second thing was, oh, I don't have control over what clips it generates. I don't like the clips that it gave me. I just wanted to find the clip where Michael from the office is high-fiving people, as you can see there. And so now you can actually go in there and search and find those moments much more easily using our prompting features. And so as of last week, it is now live. It is now GA'd for everybody. So anybody who wants to can feel free to sign up for a free trial or sign up for the paid product, and you can start using it right away and check it out.
I love that. Love that. Appreciate that. And Eden was asking some questions, and she was saying, can Clip Anything also identify pull clips based on action, such as pull all clips video where the subject is blinking at the camera for 8 or more seconds, and that's kind of essentially what you were explaining just now. You can be very specific in terms of the prompt, and it will find those points and actually pull the videos. Because up until recently, it wasn't doing that. It was kind of sporadic, but now the technology, the AI has evolved. Opus Clip is kind of dope. Clip Anything free for now while it's in beta?
It is no longer in beta, so
Yeah, is that
live with
okay?
that.
Man,
It's now
that's
fully
breaking
fully
news.
live.
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna find some
Fully
breaking
live.
news during this session. We're gonna find it. So
Yeah,
okay, there we go.
fully live, fully GA'd. So everybody gets the 1 week free trial when they sign up. So you can start using it for free if you want to check it out. You're just curious and you want to see if it works for your content. But yeah, after that, it is a paid premium feature. I believe you can still use it even if you're on the free plan. Last I checked, but obviously that will come with the watermark. So
Yeah.
just FYI on that.
I'm
Yes.
pulling up my own clips. Listen, we're gonna do a live demo. Well, kind of not really, because I don't like to give away the stuff that I'm gonna put out there yet. But as you see, I logged into my environment and I told Clip Anything to pull all the clips. So, and it shows in your dashboard, folks, if it's Clip Anything or if you're just using the regular AI algorithms or whatever the case may be. But yeah, if you tell it specifically to use Clip Anything and put in your prompting, and then the fact that you said we can reprompt after we've already generated our moments and our clips, right? So
Exactly.
okay,
So basically, as you see here, right, this says original clips right here. You can see there's a tab right there. It's a little bit cut off by the screen share, but on the upper left hand corner there, you
yeah,
can see 21 there. That's the 21 clips that it generated in the initial run through that you did. It doesn't look like you added a prompt on this original run, which is fine. And then once you get your clip results, and you check out a couple of them, and you're like, oh, I don't think it found that moment where I was talking about XYZ, or if you find something, it's like, oh, I would like to dive into that more and have it clip more around that topic. You just add in that prompt and let it run for another couple of minutes and see what it's able to find for you.
dope, dope. And
Yeah.
listen, I'm just excited because within the last few days, I've started only doing, except for this series, except for Critical Lab, I've started doing all portrait. So all vertical videos too, and I already see the framing is on point. Well, of what has come out here, just right out of the gate, right? Just putting in my initial requirements, my initial prompts, and everything. So I'm excited to go through and use some of the voiceover stuff. Put my radio voice on some of these things, do some of the speech enhancement, throw some of the B-roll in, and all that good stuff. So that's really cool to see.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to ask chat if they have any perspectives. We were actually, give you guys some insight last night. We were having a pretty long chat about B-roll and how we can further enhance our B-roll,
Mm,
continue to create better B-roll. We realistically, the promise that was Sora looks like it's still a little ways out.
yeah.
So I don't think anybody's like holding their breath at this point, waiting for an AI, an AI GC video content creation B-roll that's at the level where you'd really want to put that into all your clips. So we've been looking at a lot of different. We've been looking at story blocks. We've been looking at Getty. We're trying to figure out how to deliver you guys much higher quality premium paid b-roll in a way that doesn't like ask you to charge extra money. So would love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you guys are using b-roll libraries, if you guys ever pay for b-roll in your content, or if you're interested in using b-roll, if you guys have any libraries that you guys love, please send a message here in the chat or shoot it to our customer support team. We are looking for any and all opinions on which b-roll libraries you guys like the best. We've been talking to all the different outfits. We have sort of offers on the table. We're trying to figure out what direction to go with there. But I think all those little features, the idea is as we continue to iterate and add all these little features, I think there's going to be so much that opens up in terms of functionality for you, and also just like how you want to go about making content, right? I think one of the things that I'm really excited about, and that I haven't really seen anybody using yet, but we now have, because we have upload your own b-roll now, we're working on being able to sync that with an extra audio track where the idea is basically you should be able to instantly create reaction content by clipping whatever you find interesting, right? Let's say you're just sitting there watching a Mr. Beast video and you're like, what the heck happened in that video? I want to talk about this, right? You just grab the Mr. Beast video, you throw it into OpusClip, you prompt the AI to find the moment that you wanted to talk about, and then you can shoot a quick recording of yourself, throw it in there, and it'll combine it all together in a neat way, and boom, you have reaction content that's ready to be posted.
That's
so you
crazy.
should be able to turn it quickly.
It was crazy because that's literally why I bought the app called Detail on iOS, was to pull in those and to do reaction videos. And the first one I did was, you remember when Shannon Sharp got caught up in that IG live? I did that one. I got on that trend real quick, and it did quite well. But again, integrating all of that into a platform that folks are already comfortable with, already using to schedule, post, distribute their long form and the short form content. That will be hot, man. That will be hot. So yeah, maybe I don't have to have that extra subscription to Detail. Well, hopefully they're not looking and
that's what we're
get
trying
mad at me.
Expand the use cases, expand the offerings, where we've created quick start cards for each of our features that we've built out individually. We're still optimizing them a little bit, so give them another week or two to improve. But within the next 2 weeks, all of those quick start cards will be really smooth and seamless. You can just, like if you just want to enhance the audio on this conversation, because I forgot to bring my mic up here.
Well, I was going to talk bad about you after the show, but that's okay. I got tools to fix that.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got tools to fix it. It's easy to put together. It's easy to drop stuff in there. And if you just want to add B-roll, for instance, things like that. So that's why we do want to have like a more premium B-roll experience, and continue to add all those little AI features, multicam, upload multiple pieces of footage and have it compile, all that kind of functionality, so that you really have a lot of flexibility in terms of how you create. And again, James, if you want to pull up that creator page and go to the very top.
Man, let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen, folks. And again, if you got questions, listen, Conor Eliot is in the building. Ask him a question, because he'll spill some of the beans. He won't spill them all. But let's put him to work. All right, there you go, brother.
Yeah, here, slide it up to the top of the page there. So when we're talking about especially let's be honest, right? The majority of our users are, they're not huge creators, right? They're not people that, and that's just the reality of the creator economy, right? It's definitely a system where, there's a handful of people at the very top that are making a lot of money. And then there's everybody else in the middle, that are just trying to get by, trying to figure out, how do I turn this into a full-time job? How do I turn this into a career? How do I get enough views to really turn this into a solid side hustle, or into a solid passion project, or into my full-time career? And what we view, the way we view it is, if you're getting views, if you can consistently get views and just stay consistent, right? That's all you actually really need to be able to become attractive for brand sponsorships, to become monetized on a lot of these channels, to be able to start earning a living and making money. And so what I wanted to show you guys here is if you go to this page, if you go to opus.pro and go to solutions and click on the creators tab, you can see a ton of different creators on there that have all made it to 1 million views very quickly. A lot of them are very small, and we show on the right hand side there in that sliding bar all of what each of those creators are, how many, sort of how big they are in a lot of cases, and a lot of these creators are very small. Right. Obviously there's some big guys in there like Zach Justice, you can see there, who, obviously they already had millions of subs. So, it only took them one clip, and 6 days later, after they posted that one clip, they'd already hit several million impressions. But then there's other people like the people above them that are much, much smaller creators. I think there's a few of them in there that are well under 10K subs and that still were able to make it to 1 million impressions, 1 million views on social media platforms in under 40 days, right? And that's all you really need to go to and if you have that and you have the ability to easily import your ad creative into those clips at the very end as like a 3 second, like, hey, by the way, go check this product out, or go check out this thing that I'm an affiliate of. That gives you the ability to say, hey, I can deliver you 1 million impressions over the next month. I just
Yeah.
did it. Here's my analytics, and I can place ads into each of these seamlessly. And that's really where we see this product going. Is like, we want to make it so easy for you. If you have a passion, if you're making content that's interesting, and again, it's not all about the technicalities, it's about authenticity. And you're doing something cool and you can share it with the world. We want to make it super easy for you to be able to share it out there, repurpose it, share it out there, and then be able to monetize it, so that you can easily turn this into something that is revenue generating for yourself.
Dude, and one of the most authentic creators that I've met through this relationship that I have with Opus Clip is a guy I got on the screen right now, Roger Wakefield. That dude, man, blowing up, doing the good things, doing the Mike Rowe type work, right? Just out there doing not odd jobs, but just out there doing manual labor and things of that. And he is now trusted advisor. He is someone out there influencing, doing all the things, and leveraging platforms like Opus to push out his message to his growing engaged community, and right, and he's turned it into a very fruitful financial empire. I'll even say that. So yeah, shouts out to you, Roger, man. That's a cool dude right there. It's a cool dude right there.
Yeah, he's
Um,
great.
any questions for Connor, folks? Come on, put them in. I see. I put a poll out there, and it's interesting that the majority of the respondents thus far have said that they are not used. Excuse me, not users of Opus Clip. So 75% uh, versus 25%. Are you using Opus Clip today? And I'm curious to know, for those folks that are responding, why. Or listen, we're family here. Let's be transparent. Are you using other platforms? Are you using other tools as well? And so we can have that conversation. Because one of the last questions that I definitely want to make sure that I ask you, Connor, in relation to that is, you are the Kleenex to short form content. So people talk about creating clips, and they don't want tissue. They want Kleenex. People talk about making short form content. They want Opus Clip. Had to clean that up, right? I had to make sure that I was clear in terms of my description there. But you're kind of that de facto name, and if folks are using other platforms, and I still leverage and utilize and talk to and consult to other platforms as well. But for the most part, 90% of the time, when you talk about creating short form from long form, people gravitate towards Opus. And what does that feel like to you, right? I mean, that onus and that responsibility, right? When you hear someone like me, you just hear someone say that, is there a responsibility that you feel? And how do you reach these 75% of folks that say right now that they're not using it, and get them to see the value in the platform, if that makes
Yeah,
sense?
for sure. I mean, I always laugh when I hear people like, you're not the first person that said that, and I guess the the thing for me that always makes me laugh about it is, we are the Kleenex sort of, but in this very, very specific and small niche still, right? And we want to become the Kleenex of, video editing.
Got you.
Right? So still a long way to go in terms of ambition. I would say, from a product perspective, there are a ton of different tools out there. We are definitely, we're not even like the best funded of the tools out there. Believe it or not, there's a ton out there. We captured about, depending on how you measure it, around like 75 to 80% of the U.S. market share for these AI video clipping tools. And I think the reason for that again goes back to, I think we've built a product that works for the most number of people and is the most consistent in terms of what it's able to deliver. Obviously it's not a perfect product. There are a lot of things that we want to be able to improve and iterate on. But I think most of our people that have stuck with us, like you, James, from the start, have seen how far we've come in
Yeah.
literally like a year and a few months since we launched the product. And what the experience is today is very different from what it was even 6 months ago, and it will be very different 6 months from now. And I think that's the biggest thing that we've been able to deliver on consistently. And if you look across the creator economy at other tools that are successful and have found success, I would say that's sort of the common denominator, right? Are the tools continuing to iterate and thrive and continue to provide more value to the user and solve their problems for them, or have the tools grown stagnant, right? And there are tools. I know I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get in trouble, but there are a lot of tools that I used to have very high regard for, but that have just kind of stopped, right? Like I don't know what's going on internally with them, but they're just not iterating anymore. They kind of lost their steam. It takes them ages just to come out with any sort of new functionalities or features or products or anything like that. And so obviously continuing to work on and improve on what you already have is important, but just making sure that you're listening to your customers and solving their problems. And I think we've done a pretty good job with that as a team, just being able to say, hey, we recognize we're not perfect. We're just like all of you guys. You guys are in this for authenticity and to be genuine and to talk to your audience. You guys are our audience, and we want to be upfront with you when things aren't working. We want to be upfront with you about what we're excited about and what we're working towards. And I think the final piece of that, and that's been helpful, is I think we have always been very transparent. We never sign NDAs with anyone, as you know. We just tell you straight up every Monday or every other Monday. And
Yeah,
what the
I got no paperwork, folks. Listen, I just got the gentleman's handshake. I got a gift from young. Okay, but that was it. But we didn't. It's not on my taxes, or it's not on my. But I'm looking at it right now. But
even with like regardless of what creator we're working with or what we're doing, and even when we do sign contracts with people, there's never an NDA clause or anything like that in
yeah,
there. We're not trying to be secretive. We're trying to be out there in the open, saying this is our ambition, this is what
yeah,
we're trying to do. If you think you can do it better than us, then that's the free market. You go out there and try to build a better product than us. And I think that confidence is really what people see, is that
yeah.
hey, we believe in ourselves, we believe in the product we built. If you have an issue with it, come tell it to our face, right? And we will try to solve it with you. But we're not going to hide from the things that are not working, or try to demur or try to go after our competition in aggressive ways or anything like that, right? We're just out here trying to do our own thing, tune out the noise and figure out, okay, how can we build a better product tomorrow than we have today?
Connor said, we just try to stay in our own lane over here, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, and this is how they're staying in touch with folks. Their Discord channel is the truth. Very active. A lot of questions from folks interested, customers, from people who are evaluating and taking a look at the platform, and just want to know what to do, how to do, and see examples as well. So I will put a link to the Discord channel so you can join that as well, if you're a customer or not. Right, it's open. You just answer the few questions to make sure that you're a good citizen when you come into Discord, and you can do that thing. And yes, you can reach Connor there as well if he's not answering any emails or anything of that. Um, Everyone is now, what is it? No, end of November, right? It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You don't necessarily have to talk about pricing, but what's interesting, I think I will say this about the pricing schedule for Opus right now. I got to reframe this view of my desktop here. See, okay, I got to fix that. But there is a special going on, kind of for the pro, model right now, 14.50 per month. Limited time, save 50%. You guys are just giving it away. That's the problem right there. You're giving it away, dude.
No.
What's going
Well, I
on?
think no, we
That's
got
pretty good pricing right there for what you get. And talk a little bit about that. And are there going to be some things for the Black Fridays, the Cyber Mondays, and things of that maybe these 80% of folks that say they're not using Opus Clip that they can look forward to?
yeah, there's a few things coming up here. We do have certain Cyber Monday offers. I'm not in charge of that side of things. That's our ads team that's doing that. So I don't know how they broke it down. I think they created some extremely complicated structure for what's being offered to who and what. So don't want to go too far into that. But
Hmm.
if you are a previously existing Opus Clip user that's not a current paying customer, you may be getting special offers. So keep an eye out for that. And then we do have, the yearly plan 50% off discount. That's primarily just because we love to have annual plan users. We get to actually figure out what's working for you guys and what isn't over the course of that year. We are very active with our community. Like I mentioned, we do a lot of outreach via email and other means to the creators to figure out what's working, what's not. We retro very often with creators as their annual plan is expiring and figuring out, okay, you use 70% of your total credits. Okay, you're about to lose all these credits. Is there anything we can do to help you out? And two, more importantly, what is it that worked for you? What didn't? How come you still have 30% of your credits? Is it just a
Yeah.
seasonality thing or what? So that's why we love the annual plan users. You get a lot more information over the course of that year, just in terms of what's working for them and what isn't, and you can kind of see trends better. So that's more just for. And again, to be clear, I want to be clear: we don't use any of that data to train our models, or we don't sell any information to anybody. We are simply using that information internally to discuss as a team on the product team and just say, hey, look, they ran all these different projects. These projects are what they posted. If they did connect in their channels, and we can kind of start to see trends of, okay, this is what worked and this is what didn't. So maybe we need to address this or go talk to this customer about XYZ, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think beyond that, we are also going to be doing a special offer through all of our brand partners. So stay connected. Make sure you're subbed to Mr. James Hicks here if you haven't already, because we are giving away a very generous giveaway offer to celebrate the holidays with all of you guys. We're giving it out to all of our brand partners for them to give away. I won't get into too many details there, but it will be months, plural, free of Opus Clip Pro plan for you guys to check out. So keep an eye out for that. Sub to this man. He's amazing. And it's great to talk to all you guys.
That's dope. Appreciate you, man. And y'all heard him. Not the fact that he was talking about me, but the fact months plural. So there's some things coming down the pike that really make it worth your while. And I'm keeping it on the screen for the pro because again, just by having all of the functionality integrated, and listen, no, the starter and the free is a good toe in, but you don't want the Opus Clip watermark. You don't, right? Again, go ahead and invest in your craft and invest in your content, invest in your community. So if this is something that from this discussion seems valuable, something that you can utilize to help you grow your environment, grow your community, grow your reach, and things like that. You saw a handful of creators that were making big things happen. I'm just so glad that I'm still on the homepage. I had to scroll down a little further there. You got your boy down near the bottom of the homepage. So, but that's okay. At least I, hey, mama, I made it. I'm on the Opus Clip homepage.
There
Uh,
you
good
go.
stuff.
But yeah, I think, and I guess the last thing I'll say about the annual plan with the 50% discount is, it comes out to like just under 10 cents a clip, right? If you even publish,
Math.
if you even publish half the clips that you
Yeah.
produce and you can average 100 views per clip, you'll get to 1 million views within 6 months, probably sooner than that, right? So, it's not like it's impossible to do, even if you're starting from scratch and you don't have that many people out there that are or that many people that are sub to you or following you just yet. You can get there. You just got to stay consistent. Take advantage of the clips that you get. Play around with the editor. Get the most out of most meat off your bone that you possibly can of your content. And yeah, love to see what you guys are able to do with the product.
That's dope. That's dope. Doc, I see you. Appreciate you for joining the community as well. And one thing I want to add to that, because I'm an old guy and I have these squirrel moments, and then we'll close. But within the platform as well, again, taking out some of the heartache and some of the administrative piece, because OpusClip allows you to schedule to all the social networks, right? It allows you to schedule to. I'll always call it Twitter. I'll never call it X. I'm sorry. I'm OG like that. But to Twitter and to your Facebook pages, your YouTube pages. No, you gonna add Blue Sky in, man? There's a lot of folks moving over to Blue Sky right now. You better add them because we starting to grow over there on the Blue Sky side. You gonna add them?
Yeah, might maybe. I don't think we've even had that discussion yet, but we probably should. I don't know. We've started to do some alternative media sites, but I'm not sure what the latest part. I know we still haven't even done Snapchat yet. We still have a few to go there.
You haven't
So,
done Snapchat, and that's where. Okay, see,
so
all the
you know,
roots from
the,
Opus Clip are from Snap, and you haven't.
yeah,
I mean,
the
Snapchat and
integration
TikTok
side,
are where you
we
need to be,
have
right?
some work to do. I won't lie, we have some work to do there.
You do.
There's definitely a lot more things that we feel like we can integrate with. I know that I can. I think I can spoil this for you guys. I know the big one that we're like really driving forward right now is with Frame, because I do know that obviously a ton of people use Frame for content review and that kind of
Yeah,
thing. Like to host their content on there. So obviously we wanted to get that one working seamlessly first and foremost from the input side, and then just being able to pull your clips back out into Frame and into the Creative Cloud on Adobe more broadly. So working on that kind of stuff first and foremost, but I do know more platform integrations are coming. There's a lot of other platforms that we'd love to be able to integrate with, and even like TikTok lives, right? Like I would love to be able to grab TikTok
yeah.
lives and throw those into Opus Clip and make it easy to do that. We just
IG lives.
Twitch. So yeah, exactly. IG lives, all that kind of stuff, and be able
Okay,
to clip, while you're still live even. So I know all that stuff is stuff that we've been talking about and working toward. And yeah, if you guys, just again, go to the Discord, tell us what you want, and before long you'll see it happen. The squeaky wheels get the grease, as they say. So
I love it. I love it. And thanks for that, man. And again, I'll put the link to the Discord channel in the description so folks can check that out and make sure that you're aware of what I'm doing. So again, because when Connor tells me, then I'll tell you. I may inflate the numbers or anything. Like if he says it's like 40%, I'll say it's 50. But just do it, right? Just make sure that you click the link whenever I send it out, brother.
yeah,
I don't take this for granted, right? I only put the bat signal out when I think that there's really value to it, and getting you on here and having this conversation with like-minded folks who are doing the thing, and then getting them to understand that OpusClip is the truth, that really is a valid alternate product platform for trying to turn long form into short form, and then to do some of that additional video editing capability that you're adding in, right? The voice, the music, the audio, the b-roll, all that stuff, and you're listening to us. That's the key right there, because a couple of the other platforms, again, like we started saying, but we're not going to mention names, man, they just fell off. They were the hot thing for a minute, but then we as the consumer want that competition. But when the other ones fall off, we're like, okay, well, this one over here is winning, so we're going to gravitate towards that. And for the fact that again you've now become that Kleenex for the creator environment, long form to short form, you haven't rested on those laurels. So we appreciate that.
for sure. And speaking of winners in the space right now, huge shout out to my man Doc Rock at
In the
Ecamm.
building.
Those guys are crushing it. The what big one that we are working toward is Frame. The big one that we just finished, months in the making, is Ecamm. So we now have one click, finish your Ecamm recording, finish your Ecamm live, one click, boom, all of that gets shipped over to Opus. You'll have your clips in a few minutes. So everything, it is the now Ecamm plus Opus Clip is now officially the fastest way to make content that I think exists out there if you are trying to create clips. So huge shout out to Doc. Huge shout out to Ecamm. We're super excited for that. We are going to be doing another live stream around about that after Thanksgiving. So keep an eye out for that. Join the Discord. We'll be sending information about that out there. And if you are a Mac user. Ecamm is second to none. I'm a Mac user. I've tried all the different live streaming and recording tools. I tried to build my own live streaming and recording tool, as James knows, and we are like, well, we can't be Ecamm, so let's pivot over to
Right.
clipping.
There we
And here
go.
we
I
are.
knew we was gonna get some breaking news around here because even I didn't know that. I mean, that keeps it close to the vest there. So
That's how we
we'll see when I end this session. Will I get a prompt? But maybe not. I'm part of the circle. I'm not part of the inner circle. Maybe I need to talk to. Okay, we'll figure that out. That's what's up. That's what's up. So that's really cool. Again, another incentive for efficiency of scale, efficiency of the distribution. You do your session, you do your stream, you do your content creation, boom, right within Ecamm, you can ship it over to Opus, have it do its thing, and then again just taking out steps in the workflow. So that's real dope. That's real dope. Conor, again, appreciate you, man. Folks, this has been another great session of the Creative Collab. If you liked the conversation, let me know. If you didn't like the conversation, let me know. But we're going to keep bringing it, man. We're going to keep bringing it. Conor, be good, man. I'll talk to you soon. It's time for another dinner. It's time for another drink somewhere, all right? We out, brother.
Yeah, we'll get caught up soon. I think I'll be out in the Bay Area at some point. I
Be
gotta go to
careful.
Dubai.
We got a bomb cyclone happening right now.
I know. I've heard about that. My
All
sister's like
right.
freaking.
Yeah, you see, I'm wearing the extra thick, Opus Clip hoodie right now. We got a bomb cyclone happening here, so everybody be careful. Man.
Yeah. Predictably, I have about 30 countries I need to go to in the next month and a half. But after I'm back from that, I will definitely be making it out to the Bay Area, and we'll catch up for sure, man.
Let's do it, brother.
Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
Later, man.